Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly attract success, while others constantly struggle despite their best efforts? This is a conundrum that has been around the human race for a long time. It's a question that has baffled not only the ordinary man, but also philosophers, psychologists, and many other scholars. The answer, as baffling as the question, is rooted in a concept known as the law of assumption. This principle, which at first glance appears relatively simple, has the uncanny ability to drastically reshape and redefine our lives in ways we can't even begin to imagine. At its most fundamental level, the law of assumption introduces a revolutionary idea. It suggests that our thoughts, beliefs, and assumptions are not just aimless meanderings of the mind or inconsequential products of our consciousness. Instead, they are potent forces, unseen but undeniably powerful, that have a definitive impact on shaping our perception and, subsequently, our reality. They are the architects of our lives, constructing the world we live in from the blueprint of our thoughts. Consider this analogy: when you assume you'll fail, you're subtly programming your actions and responses to align with that expectation. It's like setting a self-fulfilling prophecy in motion. Your mind, once convinced of the inevitability of failure, directs your actions towards it, creating a path of least resistance towards an unwanted outcome. Conversely, when you assume that success is inevitable, you put yourself on a different trajectory. You naturally strive towards it, undeterred by obstacles, undaunted by challenges. Your determination, fueled by your assumption, propels you forward, turning every setback into a setup for a comeback, every failure into a stepping stone towards success. This is the true power of the law of assumption. The law of assumption isn't about wishful thinking or about daydreaming your way to success. It's not about fantasizing about an unattainable, but about consciously directing your thoughts towards the reality you desire and thus wish to experience, about taking control of your mind and consequently of your life. So, what if the key to unlocking your potential was as simple as changing your assumptions? What if the only thing standing between you and your dreams is the courage to assume you can achieve them? This is the profound promise of the law of assumption. The power to transform our lives might just lie in our own hands, or rather in our own minds. Today we invite you to ponder this possibility. So, what if the key to unlocking your potential was as simple as changing your assumptions? The law of assumption, at its core, is a belief that your inner thoughts, feelings, and expectations shape your external reality. Let's start by delving into the first component: thoughts. Thoughts are the seeds we plant in the fertile soil of our minds. They are the starting point, the genesis of our reality. If we harbor positive thoughts, we set the stage for positive experiences. Conversely, if we entertain negative thoughts, we're likely to attract negative situations. Next, we move on to feelings. Feelings are the emotional responses to our thoughts. They are the energy that breathes life into the seeds we've planted. When our thoughts are imbued with strong positive emotions, they gain the power to manifest in our external reality. This manifestation isn't some mystical phenomenon. It's a natural outcome of aligning our mental and emotional states. Lastly, we have expectations. Expectations are the final piece of this trinity. They are the assumptions we make about how things will unfold in the future. When our thoughts are positive and our feelings are in alignment, our expectations naturally lean towards positive outcomes. It's like setting a destination in your GPS. Your expectations guide you towards your desired reality. Now, how do these three components interact? Imagine a potter at work. Your thoughts are the clay, your feelings are the water that softens the clay, and your expectations are the hands that shape the clay into form. Together, they create a masterpiece, your reality. The law of assumption is not about ignoring the challenges or difficulties of life. It's about understanding that you have the power to shape your experiences by controlling your thoughts, feelings, and expectations. It's about realizing that you're not a passive spectator, but an active participant in creating your reality. Your reality, then, is a reflection of what you internally assume and expect, not what you outwardly see or experience. So don't just observe your life, shape it. After all, your world is your canvas, and you hold the brush. Thoughts are powerful. They are the seeds from which our reality grows. In the realm of the law of assumption, thoughts hold the scepter. They are the architects, the builders, the sculptors of our reality. Imagine a potter at his wheel. Each thought is like the potter's hand, shaping the clay of our life into forms of our choosing. Consider this. Ever found yourself caught in a rainstorm without an umbrella? A single thought, "I wish I had brought my umbrella," spirals into a reality where you're drenched and cold. Now, imagine if that thought was, "I'm going to stay dry." Your mind, your powerful tool, would have led you to seek shelter or borrow an umbrella, perhaps even buy one. Every thought, every idea, every wish you hold in your mind is a blueprint that the universe uses to construct your reality. Thus, by controlling your thoughts, you control your reality. Feelings, however, are the water that nourishes these seeds. They give life to our thoughts and make them real. You see, in the grand scheme of the law of assumption, feelings play a pivotal role. They are not mere passengers in the journey of manifestation, but the very fuel that powers the engine of our thoughts. Consider this: a thought is like a blueprint, a design, a plan. It is static, unmoving. But feelings? They are the dynamic force that sets this plan into motion. They breathe life into the blueprint, adding color, depth, and intensity. When we feel strongly about a thought, we amplify its power. We make it more potent, more tangible. It's like turning up the volume on a song. The louder it gets, the more you feel it, the more real it becomes. Feelings then are the catalyst that transforms our thoughts into reality. Expectations are the sunlight that allows our reality to flourish. They set the direction for our thoughts and feelings. Now let's dive into the profound role expectations play in the law of assumption. You see, expectations aren't just idle thoughts. They are powerful, guiding forces that shape our future. Imagine sailing a ship without a destination. You'd be at the mercy of the winds and waves, wouldn't you? Expectations work similarly. Without them, our thoughts and feelings drift aimlessly, without any clear direction. But when we set expectations, they act as a destination for our mental ship. Our expectations guide our thoughts towards that destination, and our feelings amplify the power of that journey. They create a magnetic pull, attracting circumstances and opportunities in alignment with our envisioned future. This is the essence of the law of assumption. Your expectations, therefore, are the compass that directs your reality. So, the law of assumption is not just a theory, but a practical tool for shaping your life. As we draw our exploration to a close, let's take a moment to reflect on the main points we've discussed. We've opened the door to a new perspective, one that places you not as a mere spectator, but as the director of your own life's story. We started by unveiling the law of assumption, a principle that fundamentally states that our reality is a reflection of our innermost thoughts and beliefs. It's not about what happens to us, but how we perceive and react to those situations. This law is not just a theoretical concept, but rather a tangible tool that impacts our day-to-day lives. Following this, we explored the power of thoughts, emphasizing their role as architects of our reality. It's not just about thinking positive, but about believing in the positivity. Your thoughts are not merely idle notions, they indeed have the power to shape your world. Next, we delved into the role of feelings. They are the fuel that powers this law. Feelings are not just reactions to our environment, but potent forces that can either propel us forward or hold us back. When aligned with our thoughts, they can manifest the reality we desire. Finally, we discussed expectations as the final ingredient in this recipe for creating our reality. It's the bridge between thought and manifestation. When we expect, we are actively cultivating a mindset that prepares us for our desired outcomes. So, to put it all together, the law of assumption is about harnessing the power of your thoughts, channeling your feelings to support these thoughts, and setting expectations that align with your desires. This is not just about wishful thinking, it's about conscious creation. Remember, your assumptions are not just passive observers of your life, but active creators of your reality. So what will you choose to assume today? Choose.